for school, the school day, a little post-school treat. That'll be cool to catch in action, but gotta stay hydrated, stay cool.
Yeah, exactly. Jordan is one of the best Astros players. Super cool to see him down here in Corpus Christi, but definitely stay cool if you are heading out to those games. It gets hot at Whataburger Field. Sometimes the wind doesn't get all the way down into the stands. I speak from experience. It can get pretty toasty there, so make sure you're staying cool and hydrated. We're currently in the 90s across most of the coastal bend. Temperatures are slowly starting to come down. When we started our newscast, Freer was at 100. They are now into the upper 90s. Otherwise, it's been a pretty quiet day. We haven't seen too much in terms of rain coming through the coastal bend, just a couple of passing clouds, and that's going to be the trend into the overnight hours as well. Heading into tomorrow morning, we kick off our work week with a couple of clouds across the coastal bend, temperatures in the mid 70s, and a few areas of fog are possible as we see moisture in the coastal bend and these calm conditions. Our winds are pretty much going to lie flat overnight, and that's going to allow some areas of fog to form. But once the sun comes up and we heat up tomorrow afternoon, that should clear the fog out pretty quickly. Now into tomorrow afternoon, we spend another day in the upper 90s to low 100s across the entire coastal bend with a stray to isolated shower as that sea breeze makes its way inland. Now heading into Tuesday, I upped our rain chances from yesterday as models are starting to pick up on a little bit more energy coming into the coastal bend ahead of the main energy we were talking about yesterday that's further into this week. So here's what we look at on Tuesday morning. Pretty quiet, but into Tuesday afternoon, it looks like we're going to see more widely scattered activity than previously forecast. Yesterday, it was at an isolated chance, but now I've got it more widely scattered across the coastal bend. So that'll help take our temperatures down just a little bit. It's still going to be hot and humid, but not quite as hot and humid as we are tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be the hottest day of the week. And as we see our rain chances going up, temperatures and feels like temperatures, those go down just a little bit. So again, we're still hot, just not quite as hot. The reason we are hot is, of course, high pressure here in Texas. That moves over to the Four Corners over the coming week, and as we see this trough, this kind of black dashed line that I drew on here, that is moving around this area of high pressure, and you'll notice as it makes its way down around the high and into South Texas, the kind of split between the clouds and rain and the clearer skies on the other side of it. That's because on this side where we are is all the moisture and energy associated with it, and that's going to hang around here in South Texas for a couple of days, at least through the end of next week and possibly into the end of this week and into the beginning of next week, I should say. So that's going to help increase our rain chances to widely scattered as we close out the week. Now, in terms of the tropics, still two areas of interest, both with a low chance of development. This one coming off the coast of Africa, following in the footsteps of Hurricane Aaron, has a 30% chance of development, so still low, something for us to watch, but not necessarily worry about just yet. And mentioning Aaron, that is still the big topic in the Atlantic, down to a Category 3 storm as it's undergoing eye wall replacement. So the hurricanes, they have to replace their eye walls in order to keep going, and as that happens, they typically lose a bit of steam. So yesterday, Aaron was a Category 4 and 5. Today, it is a Category 3, but as that eye wall gets replaced, it is expected to continue to strengthen and eventually turn more northward around the Bermuda High, passing between the East Coast and Bermuda. But as we've been talking about, that'll send some dangerous surf and rip current conditions onto the East Coast. So keep tabs on it if you do have any interests on the East Coast, but it is expected to pass between those two areas. Here in South Texas, not really worried about the tropics. We're just dealing with the heat. 99 tomorrow, touching 100 in a couple of different places, and you'll notice those rain chances we did bump up for Tuesday, as well as into the rest of the week and into next weekend. Leslie?
All right, Kristen, thank you so much.